Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We are here with another day featuring the Easter Bunny bundle from Stampin' Up. I probably should tell you the years of these in case you're watching these years later. This is 2023. So here's the stamp set. Super fun. Using Flutter Flamingo paper. And look at how absolutely adorable this box came out. Inside is a little treat from Dollar Tree. So these were a little bit, I want to say pricey because it was $1.25 each. I'm pretty sure you can get a pack of them at Walmart for cheaper than that, but you know, just go to your various stores and figure it out. So your final box measures, excuse my arm, 2.5 by 4. So a nice size box, kind of like a crayon box actually. And I did use a little rectangle window pop out so you could put your Peeps in there and see the little Peeps sign hanging out. Now, if you notice, I don't know, some of you will, some of you won't, my rectangle is crooked. There is a reason why it was crooked. If you watch the tutorial to the end, you'll know why it was crooked. No, it wasn't on purpose, but you'll see why. You can leave this open if you're just having a solid piece of treats in there, or you know, you put your acetate on there if you're gonna have loose treats in there or whatever. But thought it was super cute. Use some ribbon off the clearance rack. I'll have all the blends down in the description box, the paper down description box in case you want to buy it. I don't know if this ribbon will still be on the clearance rack. As of recording it is, but I record about a week or two before the videos come out, and so it may or may not be there, but it is down in the description box either way. Alright, so let's get into the tutorial. So you can wrap your Peeps any way you like, obviously, but a money saver idea, especially if you're making these for the entire class or multiple teachers or coworkers or craft fairs, whatever you're making it for, you know, there's ways to save paper. So you can always, if you're making one or two, you can cut your paper down to whatever you want it. Obviously, you know, this is just a piece of scratch paper I'm showing, and you'll wrap it and have your little sides peeping out, and then you could decorate that. You can totally do that, but it does take approximately, let me map this real quick. It does take approximately 9 by 7. So that's a whole 12 by 12 sheet of paper essentially. So that's a lot of paper. If you have tons of Easter or spring paper collections that you just want to get rid of, then yes, that's an absolute great way to get rid of it. Make a wrap, put a little tag on it, call it done. I only have about 4 sheets of this paper left, and so I don't want to use it. So we're going to make a fun tag. Okay. We're going to use our trio, our very best trio punch. Here's the number. And our stamps. We're just going to stamp directly on the paper and color it up and call it done. Now, here's a little trick to the very best trio. If you just take it and punch it normally, like you put it in, you punch, you turn it, you punch, you turn it, you punch, you turn it, you punch. The sides don't come out the same. It still looks super cool. It's still a fun design around the paper. And some days I just leave it like that. I'm fine. Today is not one of those days. Today I'm having an OCD day and everything has to match. I've done this video probably like 3 or 4 or 5 times because I'm just having a day. So in order for your corners to match, see how they're all the same? You need to do it a specific way. I have cheat sheets. Okay, you may not be able to read that, but I definitely can. You know, my handwriting's, you know, your own handwriting when you're writing fast. So this is how I do it to make it this shape, all 4 the same. Okay, you're going to take your piece of paper. We're using right now, this is basic white, 2¼ by 3. We're going to start with the bottom right hand corner. So you're going to put that in your punch and you're going to punch it. Okay? Right hand corner. Now we're going to flip it to the left. So flip it over to the left and put that in and punch. Okay? Now take your top and make that your bottom. So flip it down and punch your bottom right corner. Okay? So you have something that looks funky like this, right? Now you're going to flip it to the left and punch that corner. Okay? So now it's even. I can, you know, back it on the garden green and it's perfectly fine. Okay? Like I said, some days I don't care. It's fine. Other days I have to have everything perfect. It's just, you know, just the nature of the beast, right? Don't be ashamed to make yourself a little cheat sheets. I have a little container here that I have all of my little cheat sheets and stuff in there. You just throw it in there. Or if you have, when I have my office at my house, I have a little pouch thing that I have all my punch pieces in there. So just here, I don't have extra room. So anyway, all right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp a little scene. I'm going to use the Stamparatus. I just want my white piece. I'm not going to attach it right now because what if I mess up, you know? Put my magnets down and my little rabbit. Well, first I'm going to put my rabbit where I want it. It's just a little scene. Just a little tail. And then I'm using the sentiment that says, "You're a friend like no other." And it is going to be kind of towards, well, I can do it towards the bottom, towards his hand. That works. And give him a little bit more room. Put our magnets on our paper. And there we go. Close it. I probably should have measured the rabbit and the sentiment before I decided the size of the paper I wanted. That would have been the smart thing to do. But I did not. Alright, my ink pad. Ink it up. My Stamparatus, I do have the extra pack of paper, as you can see, so I can stamp and be free and not care. Just give that some pressure, and I'm good with that. So what I'm talking about is this right here. So you can buy this extra pad of paper. It comes in inches, and on the back are the centimeters, which it's really good for when you're trying to do your projects from any other country than the United States, and they use centimeters. It's really nice to have both. The Stamparatus comes with a foamy pad thing. I think this came with it. I don't know. You have to see on the thing. You don't have to have any of the extra pieces. I just like them. So they also had a bag for it. It was on the clearance rack, but I think it's sold out. Alright, let's put our stamps away, our Stamparatus away, and we're going to color this rabbit. I think I'm going to do browns because in my parents' yard they have a ton of different shades of brown rabbits. And just like on day one, that's what I kind of followed. So we're, well, whatever. I'm going to just grab whatever brown this is, which is soft suede. I'm going to grab a scrap paper to color on. This is also the Stampin' Up! Grid paper. It's huge. It's 16 by 10. I used to use these exclusively before I had my little pad thing, but I only wanted my pad to be small, a certain size. So I use the grid paper to line up stuff when I'm coloring and whatnot. I'm still using the same pack from 2008. So yeah. you know, now if I'm doing a class, I did rip a sheet off for everyone to have, because not everyone's going to have these mats. And so, you know, they're really good for that. Now my soft suede marker, I am going to call Stampin' Up! Because my nib keeps popping out for no reason. The very first time I opened it, it popped out. So, as you can see, I can still use it, but it's annoying. Alright, so I'm just getting color on here, kind of like the outline with the dark soft suede, and I'm going to go in with the light soft suede, and I'm just going to color it in. Just kind of blend those harsh lines out. And because I want his tummy to be the light soft suede, I'm just going to go through the whole thing. As you can see, I'm not focusing on detail yet. I'm just getting color on the rabbit. Okay. Now I'm going to go through and blend these lines with short little strokes. But this time I'm not going all the way to the middle because I want him to have different variations of the coloring. So he's going to have some darker spots, some lighter spots. Just like a rabbit does. So there you go. That's how I want it. You can kind of see when it dries, it's going to look a little different. Okay. Now for his tail, you know what? I want to blend in just a little bit more. I don't like how it's drying. I'm just going to... Ooh, it's almost messed up. I didn't want that middle to be so light. There we go. So the more you color over the top of alcohol markers, the darker the color gets. Alright, and for his tail and his ears, I'm going to use medium 800. This is the skin tones. It's like a, it's actually my skin color. So like a tannish, yellowish peaches. There we go. That's it. And you can add whatever you want. You can add some gems. You can, you know, add white gel pen. And all you're going to do is attach it to your garden green. You can add the little butterfly, the little bird. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Now that I just put tape all over it. I was going to make a sky out of it, but I already added the tape, so we're not going to do it. But I am going to add some gems. Maybe I'll add blue gems. The blue gems will be the sky, right? No, I don't like the blue gems. I'm going to add gold. Yep, gold is perfect. Are these two different sizes? They are. I just now realized I've been using this all week and I just now realized it. So I used 3 of the bigger ones. You could add some smaller ones in there if you want, but I think that looks perfect. And now you're just going to attach it to your pack. You're going to attach it with some, I would do score tape, tear and tape, whatever you want to call it. But right now what I'm doing is I'm just adding a few little movement marks. There's no rhyme or reason for your movement marks. Just, okay. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason for your movement marks. I just add them wherever I think they should go. Sometimes I do dots, sometimes I do a line with a dot. Sometimes I just do 2 little dots. I don't know. I think they look great. For the nose, I was going to do all this off camera, but I figured if you're already here, let's see it. I'm using Flirty Flamingo. I'm just going to color a little bit of his nose and a tiny bit of his cheek. Something sticky over here. And that's it. See how those movement lines just elevated the whole project, I think. Ooh, I got some pink there. That looks kind of cute, though. I think that's all I want to do. You can add Wink of Stella if you want. You know what? I just want his belly. I think this Wink of Stella is dry. And his little ear and his little tail. That's it. I wouldn't do too much just because, you know, like I said, people are just going to take this off and throw it away. So look at how super cute that is. Let's attach it. Double-sided tape. And also with the double-sided tape, if the person decides they want to keep the tag and put it on something else like a twofer, they totally can. Here we go. See? Super cute. Feel free to do, you know, you can take your markers and use your markers as decoration as well. If you just want a little, just doing little polka dots. Only because I accidentally made that little polka dot mark when I took the marker out. Now it's an on purpose. There we go. Just added a little something. Kind of matched the polka dots on the paper. Super cute. Okay. So let's do our second treat. Again, I got this one from Dollar Tree. It was kind of expensive because it was $1.25 for each piece. And I think they had a pack of 3 at Walmart for cheaper. I don't know. Just charge accordingly. Alright, we're going to do a box. We're going to do this box in, let's see. We're going to do the box in crushed curry. Just because it's already in yellow, and crushed curry is one of my favorite. You can use crushed curry, or if you got Bumblebee from the clearance rack, you can do that. Or you can use Daffodil Delight. Whatever you want. I'm going to use crushed curry because it does match the little Peeps on the background. And for this, you need a piece of paper that measures. Okay, I had to find my measurements, and I recognized that my camera turns anything yellow into like this weird blue color on film, and so I changed it to Flirty Flamingo, which it doesn't matter, but that's what I changed it with. So you need a piece of cardstock that is 8 by 7. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the 7 inches first, and then do 8. Alright, on the long side, so the 8-inch side, we're going to score it at 1. Three and a half, 4.5, and 7. Or you can just do the 1 inch from the other side. Doesn't matter. Now you're going to rotate it, and you're going to score it at a 1/2 inch and 1 inch on both sides. So 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Rotate it. I'm lying to you. It's 1/2 inch and 1.5. Okay, so 1/2 inch and 1.5. That extra score line is not going to hurt you if you were following along. Okay. You're going to do the same to both sides. 1/2 inch. And 1.5. Okay. Same process as usual. We don't need the bottom right boxes, and so if you followed me and you got that wrong measurement, you're going to have 3 score lines on the bottom that you don't, just cut it on the 1.5 inch to cut your boxes off. So you don't need those bottom boxes. Okay. And then the same thing on the top. I don't know if you guys can see that line. But you don't need these 2 rectangles nor these 2 boxes here. So I'm just going to cut all the score lines off of the right panels. Okay. So now you have something that looks like this. This is a score line. That's a score line. Okay, it looks like this. Now you're going to go ahead and cut up that score line. In the score line, you're going to cut off about half just to get rid of the bulk. And again, don't mind that extra score line that we have on the bottoms. It is not going to matter. Just make that the bottom of your box. But if you weren't following along, then you knew not to do that. Okay. And the correct measurements are in the description box. Alright, so... Okay. And we're going to go ahead and round our corners as usual. And then we're going to burnish, and then we're going to put it together. I didn't want to stop the video and restart and edit and all that stuff, because now you get to see how easy it is just to fix a measuring mistake. A scoring measuring tape. Now, if we would have had to cut that, that would have been bad, but we only had to score it. So you can work right on around that wrong score line. Okay. So I just mitered those little corner things. And let's make sure my box, nope. Need to cut off just a smidge bit. And then it will lay flat. But first we need to burnish for real. Whatever tool, bone folder, squeegee, whatever you want. Old credit card, hotel key, I don't know. Whatever you have to burnish. When I first started out, I didn't have half of these tools. Like, to be honest, I was not really a crafter. I did not enjoy crafting as a kid, and so as an adult, I forgot to miter. I did go to a Stampin' Up! Party, and I really liked it, and I found out that I'm actually kind of good at it, so got into it, but I didn't, I refused to spend my money on all the nifty tools and stuff because I wasn't sure if I was going to stick with it. So I used a lot of, we had a lot of hotel keys. We're military, so we stayed in a lot of, hotels and stuff like that. So I just kind of used that. And it worked fine. And that's what I got used to. So I do have bone folders. You'll see me use them. But for me, I like the other ones better. Okay. Let's see here. And that folds over perfectly. Glue. Okay. Fold over and line up. And now you have a fun little box for your Peeps. Okay, and you're going to decorate that how you want. You could also, of course now I think about it, you could also use your rectangle punches so that way you can see the word Peeps on there. That would be really cute too. Yeah, so but you'd want to do that before you close your box. You could probably, we could probably do it now. If we just tape that rectangle on the inside. Yeah, if we tape the rectangle on the inside so that way the cutting part is facing up, you could cut out of there. That'd be really cute, but I'm not going to do all that right now. So just going to put that in there and we'll see. Okay, yes, I am going to do it. So let's let me get my rectangles. Okay, so I got a rectangle. I'm going to place it inside the box where I think the Peeps is going to show. I don't know. This is totally on the fly. As you can see, it looks like it's about an inch. So I'm just going to guess what an inch is. So I want the cutting surface to be towards the top of the box. I'm going to put it in there about an inch down. Or whatever this measurement is down. Okay. I'm going to run it through my cutting machine. It worked, except for I put it on crooked. I taped it in there crooked, but that's okay. So now I'm just going to pull my die out of there. Obviously this way is much harder than if you just would have did it first, but there you go. Ooh, my cutting plates are ridiculous. They put a texture on my paper. Ah, that's so cute. Okay, I love it. So make it be easy on yourself and do your window before you close your box. But as you can see, it works. You can put acetate in there. Even at this point, you just take a piece of acetate, run some double-sided tape around it, and you know, just kind of put it in your box. But I don't think I need acetate because I don't have any loose pieces. And even though that's a little crooked, and I have, look at the texture from my, I don't know if you guys can see that, but my cutting plates are so well used and well loved that it left the texture on there. Alright, so now you're just going to decorate it however you want, and that's it. So you will see the final decoration first before this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.